All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division, where I am shocked to hear Gervonta Davis has said that he's not a champion and makes a big admission related to Devin, Haney, and Shakur Stevenson. Also corrects the record on what people think about him. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound or 140-pound division, where one of my favorite fighters speaks out. And I think he put out a tweet that sounded very similar to what Regis Prograis said about in his press conference leading up to this very, very good fight we've got coming up on December 9th between Devin, Haney, and Shakur Stevenson. Also, there's word out there that Gervonta Davis says that he's not going to be a champion until he does something specific. And I like to hear it. However, at the same time, nah, man, I personally think you're already a champion, man. You ain't got a whole lot to prove, even though there's a lot of people asking it of you, and I would love to see it. But before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter, thank you so much for your continued support. And thank you to everybody that supports the channel in the super chats and in the super thanks of videos like this. This channel is most definitely a channel that is sponsored by boxing fans. Don't have a lot of big sponsors and all of that stuff, or rent out studios and those type of things. So you guys help allowing me to continue to do this is greatly, greatly appreciated. As usual, shout out to my guy, Matty Yole, Barbara D, Mr. Pragmatic, Paul Carrick, Kamal Oz, everybody else, Cool Boy, my man, Cool Boy Steph, or Stephen Brown. What's going on with you, sir? Thank you to everybody that supports the channel. Even guys like, no, I'm not going to say that dude's name, but whatever, man. Shout out to you as well. Anyway, let's get into this because Gervonta Davis is talking up the fight between he and Devin Haney, talking up a fight between he and Shakur Stevenson. And we know that Gervonta should be coming back. I do believe in the February timeframe. He's on tape being back in the gym and working and training back in the gym. So we should be seeing a big fight out of him coming soon. So one thing that he said in a tweet today was that people that I came up from nothing and people think that it's something else. Now, it's hard for me to gauge, on these tweets exactly what people are referring to. But when he said it, I'm always thinking about who he's going to fight. And then obviously the big fights or the exciting fights that can take place involving him and the other people around the lightweight division. And now Devin Haney, who's at the 140-pound division, but yet 135-pound champion. And it just made me just reminded me of what Regis Prograis said about Devin Haney being a private school kid and how he didn't really earn, like he worked in the gym and got it, but he really didn't come up from nothing. So he's not going to have the same heart and the same motivation that somebody that came up like Regis Prograis did. He's not going to have that same background, that same hunger, which honestly, man, I don't know if that's the truth or not. Man, there's a lot of people that come up, your heart is, some people just have heart, you know what I mean? And everybody, no matter what economic background you come from, go through hardships and go through troubles and have things that they have to overcome. Right now, in physical altercations and fights, whether they're going to drop out of that or not, that may be something different. But I think it really depends on the individual. However, in the case of Gervonta Davis saying that, I think that what Regis Prograis said about him relative to Devin Haney, I think really applies very, very heavily to Gervonta Davis relative to Devin Haney as well, where people think that Gervonta Davis just came up and was given everything and he's just some make-believe champion that never has to fight anybody. You know, all of the different narratives and nonsense that go out there where people are obviously have not been really paid attention to what this dude's career has been and the fighters he's been in the rings with and the circumstances that he's been put in. And I'm not just talking about whether or not, you know, you are sleeping outside the gym because you're homeless for periods of time in your life, or whether you're really, really endangered, right, in your life because of where you live and really having to overcome certain choices being available for you and make certain tragedies taking place in your life, like, you know, friends passing away at early ages, all of that, you know. All of those things are very, very real, I know, for Gervonta Davis. But in the ring, those type of challenges and stuff are very real for him as well, because he didn't come out of the amateurs. He didn't come out of the amateurs like with some big promoter trying to sign him and being able to fly him down to Mexico and give him amateur fights and give him a bunch of amateur fights in Mexico. And no, he actually didn't get signed to a promoter. He wound up turning pro. He was associated with About Billions with Adrian Broner, but then only after he performed well against Devin Haney in a sparring match did he get signed by Floyd Mayweather Jr. And even then, he got thrown in very, very early into a championship fight with Jose Pedraza and was like, look, man, sink or swim with Jose Pedraza. And he swam beautifully with Jose Pedraza. And he's been fighting consistently and actively ever since, man. And people hold it and act as if this man has not done anything right in the ring, which is silly. Now, in where he says, and I do appreciate this from Gervonta Davis, where he says, I don't feel like I'm a champion. At least this has been attributed to him, that he doesn't feel like a champion or feels like he needs to go and he needs to fight these guys and beat these other guys. Man, that's a testament to him 100%. And wanting to get the fight with Shakur, because he's been said he wanted the fight with Shakur. The fight with Devin Haney, even though I still doubt very much he's going to go to 140 pounds to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney, if Devin Haney can hold those 135 champ belts, more than likely that fight is going to be at 135, and he's going to listen to the brain trust that he has. But the risk of saying those type of things, I mean, hat goes off to him for saying it. But, you know, I would think look, man, get ready for the Terrence Crawford mode to hit you upside the head if you start acting like you need a fight with Devin Haney. Before you know it, man, you're going to be getting, you know, you're going to be negotiating. You might be negotiating on flipping coins to see who comes out first and wanting to pick your colors, what color shorts you have. But, you know, short of that, hey, man, hats off to it. Make the fight happen. Now, I don't agree that he's not a champion without that. Absolutely, positively don't agree with that. Even if you say you don't consider the WBA World Championship at 135 to be a real belt or the 140. The man was a 3-time champion at 130 pounds. And that's the weight, and that is probably his natural weight class. He was a 2-time WBA super champion at 130, and he was an IBF champion at 130. The idea that he somehow is not a champion, nah, that man is a full-fledged champion. You can like it or lump it. It is what it is. That's what the man is. But anyway, man, just wanted to update you on that. I'm definitely looking forward to this Devin Haney, Regis Prograis fight, the Shakur Stevenson fight with Edwin De Los Santos, and then whatever's going to go on with Gervonta in February, because it looks like these lightweights and 135s got that whole end of this year, beginning of next year thing going on for boxing. Anyway, that's my take. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.